Worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right. Man, thank you all. I love you all, each and every one of you. It has been a magnificent journey. Um, Building this channel up and building up the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Thank you all tremendously, truly, for helping me to do this. I am now recording my 500th video. All right. All right, man. It has been quite a journey to get to this 500. And I appreciate all of you for being with me uh, during this journey and helping me to get to this point and helping to continue to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. All right, man. Uh this is called a look forward. Speaking of which, um, we're going to continue to move the platform forward, right? After this 500th video, we're going to change our format a little bit and we're going to move into some live streams that's going to morph into a podcast, right? Building with Big King is going to be the title. And we're going to start that probably this Saturday, folks. So please look forward to this Saturday, probably right around 1 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Please tune in for that. All right. So, in this video, a look forward, right? My 500th video. We're going to look back a little bit to understand what we have gone through, what we've moved through, what we have processed, the challenges that we faced, the things that we have uncovered, right? And essentially all the ways in which we've grown. We're going to take just a very quick snapshot, just a very quick snapshot of that. But looking forward a little bit to some of the changes because, again, folks, this year is going to be massive in terms of change, right? We are really going to see some very profound changes take hold in 2024. All right. Coming up this spring, just taking a little gander at my notes here, coming up this spring, um, truly expect to see an emergence of the newly evolved human beings or the new humans, we say esoterically a little bit, right? And by that, I just mean people who have, over this past 5 to 7 year period, really been in an intense transformative period and have really gone through their awakening event and really been moving forward um, in their spiritual maturation process, right? And now we'll start to see the fruits of that, right? The fruits of that labor, and of that process, um, really bear itself out in folks who will be really emerging. And when I say emerging, I mean they'll capture your attention, right? Whether it's just folks locally you see around you, maybe perhaps people in your family, but globally as well, we're really going to see an emergence, right, of the truly newly evolved, the new humans on the planet. Look for that really heavy this spring, right? Um, and they will be the way showers, right? Because these are people who most of them being old souls, um, carry that experience not only of this lifetime, but of past lifetimes with them. And with that comes wisdom, right? Right? In many instances, we're talking about wisdom of the ages residing in a corporeal human being. So, folks, please really look for that um, this spring to really heavy be a really big emergence. Um, we have accomplished quite a bit and gone through so much and really come so far. Folks, keep in mind that we now understand um, almost commonplace, right? Meaning that the average individual has at least some concept of our of the vibrational nature of existence, right, and dimensionality. Um, some understanding of the different vibrational frequencies that resonate within us, right? Um, I think that a lot of people, certainly far more people, have some grasp of that, right? And of dimensionality, the vibrational frequency thresholds that provide separation and dimensionality, um, giving us sort of a concept of the different dimensions, certainly leading all the way up to and through the fourth dimension until you breach that threshold into the fifth dimension, which essentially breaches the threshold into multi-dimensionality in general, right? Not just the fifth dimension. Um, we've uncovered uh, and just to touch back on that last point, that is because linearity itself is of essentially confined um, within the four dimensions, right? When you get beyond the fourth dimension, you really escape linearity altogether. All right. We've uncovered much more about, certainly, but much about our own DNA, right? And the multidimensional nature of our DNA, right? Um, Scientists have really began to learn a lot about our own DNA, and indeed do acknowledge a multidimensional aspect to our DNA, right? To human DNA. And there have been a lot of experiments that have resulted in some very profound findings. Um, like the experiments. There's some older experiments that still remain profound, like the split screen experiment and others of that nature. But there have been experiments like Dr. Emoto's flash freezing of water experiments showing how human consciousness and intention can actually impact water, and showing the all around vibrational frequency programmability of water, right? And similar concepts hold true to plants as well. Um, we've learned about um, how vibrational frequency um, of our DNA is impacted um, greatly by, um, or how our DNA is impacted greatly by vibrational frequency. Um, um, there have been experiments that have uh, really uncovered a lot for us, um, and given way to us learning some very profound truths, so to speak, um, about multidimensionality and our overall multidimensional nature, right? Um, we began to really understand a great deal about our own divinity, and our connection with the creative source in general, right? We really began to learn a lot more about that in a profound way. And again, there have been a lot of very profound um, experiments, and the results of those experiments giving us some wondrous insight, right? Particularly when it comes to dealing with things in a multi-dimensional um, uh, sort of environment, right? Um, we've uncovered and learned a great deal about our connection with the creative source, and really learn to grasp the concept of the creator within us, right? There truly is connectivity with the creative source down to our very DNA, right? In every cell, every molecule, every atom of our body, we have that connectivity. Um, Again, that is something that is germane to the human experience, is that connectivity with the creative source, right? Um, let's see what else, folks. We certainly have learned a lot about our solar system and our solar system's orbit around the center of the galaxy, right? Um, um, we have started to learn how that is very representative and reflective of um, cycles, right? Our life cycles and cycles um, within our existence within this galaxy. Um, we know that we look at the, or we make reference to the big rev or the big revolution, which specifically talks about our solar system making its way um, on a complete orbital path around the galaxy, right? Around the center of the galaxy. We've learned of that and the profundity of that. Um, so, with that, we've had to understand that we're coming into a part of the galaxy um, that is new to man, right? And with that, we are encountering some very profound energies, um, many of which really fostering our evolution, right? And sort of the evolutionary jump in consciousness that we're going through right now is fostered by many of these energies that we're encountering in this part of the galaxy, in this part of our solar system's orbit around the center of the galaxy. Um, we've learned a lot, folks, about the um, as it's referred to, the illusory matrix, right? The illusory nature of this light matrix that we are existing in. Um, we learned about the old paradigm, right? And how um, it is the old paradigm, the old way that the world works, that truly has supported um, the rise and the dominance of the socially economic elite on the planet, right? And the way they have run things for quite some time, um, going into century, if not millennia, on the planet. And how the old paradigm supports the creation, in fact, of low vibrational frequency energy, um, by the humans existing on the planet in a very low vibrational frequency state, right? Um, and all of that, the experiences and the social engineering results and effects um, that have come as a result of the old paradigm um, have truly, I would have to say, truly led the way to a deeper understanding of paradigm shift and the difference between the energy produced by the old paradigm and the transformative new high vibrational frequency energy of our new paradigm that we're establishing now. We have learned about the new paradigm that we're actually actively establishing, right? Our new paradigm is a new high vibrational frequency paradigm. It um, is being constructed. We are with our consciousness constructing our new paradigm now, parallel to the old paradigm dying off, the last vestiges of the old paradigm, even the energetic flashes of the old paradigm, moving on and being transmutated, all of that energy being transmutated off of the planet. Um, so all of that is symptomatic of paradigm shift as we sort of say goodbye to the old paradigm as it was established by and under established by the elites and under Archon rule, right? We're saying goodbye to all of that and welcoming in the establishment of our new paradigm, where humans certainly enact paradigm shift with our actions um, supporting our evolving consciousness, right? Um, Certainly, the new paradigm shows how humans will, the new humans, certainly are enacting paradigm shift, taking a very active role in paradigm shift and evolving out of the past old paradigm completely to fully establish this new paradigm. And part of what's going to happen, part of the plethora of revelations that we're going to have, of revolutionary or revelationary information that we'll be exposed to, particularly starting this spring, right? Is going to be introduction to the galactic community. Certainly, the galactic community more and more beginning to reveal themselves, and us beginning to start to cognize or truly deeply understand what our position will be and exactly how we can sort of take a seat at the galactic table, right? As the galactic community is revealed to us. Um, and with that, in general, we sort of have an Earthlings preparatory steps being taken for us to take that seat at the galactic table. Now, with all this, we can look forward to in the future some very profound changes. Just a couple of examples of that, or that the future of health, right, is in physics over chemistry, and human consciousness will begin to direct all of that, right? Um, Both individually and collectively, as humans will learn to read their own quantum fields and their own magnetic fields, and the fields of others, right? Gaia will also aid tremendously and immensely as a partner in constantly reading humanities fields. Um, but change really has been a lot more profound than a lot of us has have realized, right? It has even shown in socio-political eruptions and protests, like the farmers' protest, right, in India, the truckers' protest in Canada, the International Workers' Day protest happening on a multinational level, um, the protest in Yemen, the anti-war protest, right? Um, the Australian protest of solidarity with the indigenous people. Um, there really has been a plethora of protests on a multinational level to really give you a measuring stick of the consciousness of where people really are at. People are literally fed up and are ready, truly ready at the boiling point, truly ready for change, right? So that's where we're at as we take a look forward. And with this profound look forward, um, we can understand that change is paramount and we are going to see a great deal of profound change in 2024. All right. Thank you, folks. Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect for the 500th video and the final one in this format. Big King Sadiq out.